That's really interesting, Biju, because this whole idea of you started an organization specifically to make people more aware of inclusion and what does inclusion look like. So blind hiring, as you called it, certainly way back in the 70s, the New York Philharmonic Orchestra was doing blind hiring, which I'm sure many of you already know. I can see Prerana nodding her head as well, where they found not enough women in the orchestra and therefore put a curtain so people could actually just listen rather than watch and have their unconscious bias popping in. But you, on the other hand, have gone one step further and are using your own organization with the tools that you've got to improve recruitment processes. So tell us a little bit more about that, Biju. I mean, what does that look like in terms of increasing your awareness of inclusion with the technology that your organization has created?
It takes typically 6 seconds to sift through a CV. And in the process, or resume, as people call back in the US, in those 6 seconds, the natural tendency is to look for the name, the educational institutions, and all those personally identifiable information comes first. And you would have made a decision in the first 2 to 3 seconds. And the rest of the 4 seconds is to justify the initial decision. So by taking away that pattern, the impact is significant, so that you can allow women to be part of the interview process, or people from ethnic minority in Western countries part of the interview process, wherein they never got that opportunity. So in order to make the process inclusive, in order to make the pipeline healthy, it is very important. So to address the point that you mentioned, I think I feel when I sit in forums, when you're in firefighters conference, you have to talk about fire engine, because that's a vehicle that drives the change, right? HR function plays a key role in allowing inclusion to happen effectively. If you look at the statistics, how many chief HR officers have become CEOs? Clearly, they need to be empowered. There need to be more leadership within HR to make use of all the technologies that we are building, to make sure it is being put in use. So there is an element of transformation, both in process and technology and leadership, to make sure in the forthcoming years, we can see the benefits of inclusion diversity that we are talking about, or we are trying to implement. And that's my take on